Alright, so I've been wanting to do this for a very, very long time. So, I'm going to be ranking the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films from worst to best. Now, to be honest, I'm going to be a bit biased. Because I'm going to be a bit biased about these films, because these are what I grew up with. Tobey Maguire is my definitive Spider-Man. Well, I can touch on this in a different video on how each person who played Spider-Man has a different role to play. Like Andrew Garfield was a good romance Spider-Man with Emma Stone. Tom Holland in the comedy aspect is pretty good. And then Tobey Maguire is just pretty good as Spider-Man, I guess. So let's get into this. I think you all knew what this first film was going to be. It's Spider-Man 3. Most people don't like this film. I know what they're coming from. I know that it's bad, but I like this film. I watch it a lot. This film has its ins and outs here and there. And I feel like the casting choice of all the villains were pretty good, except for Venom. Venom, I just can't take it. When he's Eddie Brock, he's perfect. He's the hothead, like anti-Peter Parker. But in the film, when he becomes Venom, he's just not good. So I think it's a great film, except it just gets a little weird because now you're supposed to assume that there's aliens in this dimension, because they should have waited to put Venom in until the fourth film, or even if they made a fifth film. They should have waited to put Venom in then, only because Venom is a complex story and they should have set it up before in another film. Because Venom it's weird because the symbiote comes from an alien planet and it's just confusing. So, that's that. I rate it. My skills going from to 10, so I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It's decent. Alright, now let's go on to my next one, which is Spider-Man. This film, it's a fun film, but it has not aged very well. The students are as old as the teachers when they filmed this film. It's, the jokes are a little dated. Like, there's a joke when he's in the cage fight, and he jumps up on the thing, and he goes, "Hey, nice suit, did your husband make it for you?" Well, I mean, in today's day and age, we accept people for what they are. I mean, some people don't, but at least I do. But, the joke feels kind of dated. And I feel like from that era, people would understand. But today, people are just going, like, scratching their heads like, why? I think it's just a weird joke. I feel like names are really not doing good. Tobey Maguire really knows that joke is dated now, so if you ever read a new one, if you ever become Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire again, don't put dated jokes like that again, because yeah. But it's an overall great origin story. I think if you go back and watch it, you'll see what I mean. But it's a little dated at the end of the film. And one thing I have to say about the series as a whole is they pretty much neglect the films before. Like in this film, Peter says, "Hey, Mary Jane, I can't be with you. It's my lifestyle. I just can't. I'm sorry. I love you, but I just can't be with you." And then in Spider-Man 2, Mary Jane's all like, "Kiss me now. I love you," and stuff. And then she goes, "Oh, wait, I have a boyfriend." And the whole film's about her. And then she leaves Peter on her wedding day. And then she pretty much bees with him saying, "Hey, I'll support it. I'll support your lifestyle. I'll do it. I'm okay with it." And then in Spider-Man 3, she's all like, "Why is it always about you? Why do you always have to leave and do that?" And it's like, didn't you watch Spider-Man 2? And one thing that's really weird is that she asked her boyfriend in Spider-Man 2 to kiss her like this. I don't know what she's trying to get from that, but then again, great origin story. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Pretty decent film. And then, of course, my crown jewel, Spider-Man 2. I'm going to be the most biased about this, because this is my childhood film. This was this was the film that I watched. Like, this was like when like I started watching this when I was like I watched this with my cousins when I was 4. Sorry for the interruption there. I watched this when I was 4 with my cousins. I barely understood it, and then I kept watching it until I was older, and so I've always watched this since I was that young. PG-13, but who really knows? Again, it aged a little better, but not as well. But this is my favorite film. I feel like the dynamic with Spider-Man and how he's just struggling with either choosing what lifestyle to be with Mary Jane and just be a normal person, or be Spider-Man. But it's the dynamic where everyone's sort of picking on Peter Parker, but or just sort of like everything's against him. Like, just every little joke in the film is pretty much against him. Again, he fights a great villain. The villain's dynamic is pretty good, except his motives are a little weird. Like he does experiment, it goes wrong, then he's in the place, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh wait, I might as well finish my experiment. But why? The tentacle arms don't want to do the experiment. I mean, it makes him go deranged, but then again, why would the arms want to? If they pick something a little better, like if something much better, then the film could get higher on the score rating. Like on Rotten Tomatoes, got a 97. Again, when you rewatch them, you see a little bit of the imperfections. I recommend watching it. Very great. So those are all the Sam Raimi films. I recommend watching all of them, even Spider-Man 3. I do recommend it. But one thing I have to say is that the suit is really great in these films. It feels more real. Like the Tom Holland Spider-Man, not the Stark suit, but the homemade one, it's pretty good. It's realistic for what the things are, but I think the most realistic was the homemade suit. But then this one just feels less like a corny suit, and like you can see the textures. Like in both of these ones, you can see all the textures. I mean, I'm using a Mac camera right now, but you can barely even see those. But I'll drop in a picture and something like that. But yeah, I highly recommend watching this. Oh, forgot. 7 out of 10. Very great film. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time on Vlogs. I'll try to do reviews of other Spider-Man films and rankings. So thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to like and subscribe. Remember to ring that bell if you want to get notified about any of my new videos. Remember to comment if you have any questions or if you just want to say something. What's your favorite Spider-Man film? Yeah, comment down below what's your favorite Spider-Man film. It doesn't even have to be in the Sam Raimi series. It just has to be in the Spider-Man series. I thought Into the Spider-Verse was pretty good, but Spider-Man 2, favorite film. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next time on Vlogs. Goodbye.